what would be your first and second committees of interest? Why and why? What committees would you seek to gain access to and why?
This question is a little bit like a beauty pageant where you're supposed to answer world peace. And that, of course, I would be very in an appropriation spot because on the I could advocate for the people of Alabama, ensure that we funding that we need to create opportunities to repair infrastructure and to bring growth to this region. As a freshman congresswoman, the likelihood of that may be slim. So whether or not realistic, I would also very much be interested in serving on the Armed Forces Committee. This is so incredibly important to this district. Over half of Alabama's military assets are here in this district, many here in the Montgomery community. We have to fight to ensure that we are supporting Maxwell Air Force Base, the Air National Guard, the F-35. The Biden-Harris administration has been treating our military on social engineering instead of combat readiness, sending VA doctors to the border at the expense of our veterans and I will fight to ensure that we're not only just supporting the here in this district, but also the defense industry. Ensures that we can catch up to China. Right now, the Chinese Navy is larger than ours, and we hold the key in this district with Austal, Airbus, with Lockheed Martin and Troy to ensuring that we can catch up with our enemies and keep our country safe. So appropriations, armed services, but more than anything, I want to serve on the committees that would best serve the district. And so I'm open to serving on any and all committees that would allow me to be a voice for the people of this district.
Thank you.
Listen, we're going to make good whatever committee we get on because we have to. People here are relying. And in terms of committees that, if I could have my pick where I would be, appropriate committee likewise would be right at the top to be able to steer investments here. But I understand being a freshman Congress, that is a pipe dream and not likely to happen. But there is transportation and infrastructure. Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, they steer those infrastructure dollars that I've been talking about right back to the keys here. I know they were rebranded a little bit in the state of Alabama to call Rebuild Alabama, but those were Build Back Better dollars. Those were Build Back Better dollars that invested across the country, a lot of which was steered coming right out of Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. Those investments here. Montgomery needs those investments here. We need them in Mobile. We need them across every aspect of this district, from Phoenix City to Evergreen, from Greenville to. We have to make sure that we are investing in our future infrastructure because it improves our capacity for goods flow, in and outgoing. Right now down in Mobile, they have 3 major infrastructure projects going on. They are dredging out the port to make it a deep water container to increase capacity coming in, relocating the airport and getting an international to get more cargo coming in. And then also the bridge project that earlier, which would have regional impacts. Montgomery has an inland port. They also need support that we can actually bring those investments here. Ag Committee, Culture Committee, something that this state needs, something that this district needs desperately to ensure that our farmers and our rural communities have the resources they need and make sure that we're protecting those programs that are needed by too many in this district, too many people in this district that live below the poverty line. 7 out of the 15 poorest counties in this state are in this district. And so we have to be there to protect them, to increase the quality of life that we can. And lastly, I'd also say armed services. We have 5 military bases either in district or in close enough proximity to this district where they impact what's going on and protect that industry.